This looks like the scene from where Dexter was talking to Trinity when they were supposed to go like chop wood or some shit. That's what it looks like in the camera, at least. I wanted to talk today about something that's been on my mind. I wanted to film about this for a while. And a lot of people don't really understand this concept, but I think it makes complete sense when, like, after you hear it, is that God only reveals things when you're ready to hear it. And a lot of people, have you ever tried talking about God and they just like shut down, like they just cannot understand it? And what that means to me is that their soul hasn't gone through what it's supposed to yet to hear about God. Like, there needs to be more canon events for them to fully comprehend, the Lord, the greatest thing in existence. To even come to that conclusion that God is the most important thing, you need to have suffered a great loss. And I notice that the more people suffer, the closer they get to God, and you will continue to suffer until you come to God. And the first time I really realized that God only reveals things when you're ready is I was in Thailand. I was on a trip for my faith. I already believe in God at this point, but I went there to talk to people who have worshiped God longer than me. And there were some good conversations, and there was one specifically the night before my best friend was about to leave where his spiritual leader was giving like a rant about God. And he was ranting about like certain religious scripture that could bring us closer to God. And I wanted to know which ones they were, because we have a lot of scriptures that can give you a higher conception. And I wanted to know what they were, but everyone kept they kept crowding in a circle, and I couldn't hear over them. And I kept asking people, but they were so locked into the conversation, they wouldn't even give me the second. And it makes sense. And then as soon as the conversation ended, the taxis pulled up and everyone had to leave. Everyone's rides pulled up. And so I realized in that moment that I wasn't ready to hear whatever that information was. And maybe I will come across it again at some point in my life, but if I don't, then that means maybe I wasn't even ready in this lifetime. And we can't rush progression towards God. Like it comes through natural events. And God only reveals things when you're ready to hear it. And so that's why it's important to apply ourselves to everything that's going on in our lives, because there will be lessons revealed through it. Somebody's coming down, so I'm going to end here. God only reveals things when you're ready to hear it.